Brian Tishy, you remember him playing drums in OZZY?
Yeah, I do. He was a friend of Zach's.
Right, well, he recalls you playing keyboard in 2000 with him in Ozzy Osbourne group.
That's right, but I was playing keyboards before that. So I was actually through the 90s because I was in the band, let me see, I was in the band with Joe Holmes. I'm trying to think when that was. That was in the 90s.
Yeah, 96.
There you go. So I was in that band. I toured right the way through with Joe Holmes.
And then you would have done Live at Budokan.
Yep.
And that would have been your last Ozzy Osbourne album, correct?
That was, Jason. That's right.
So how was it playing with Joe Holmes in those days in the early mid-90s?
It was really good, Jason. To be honest, I don't know how much you know about Joe. He was actually taught, or at least he was sort of like, to some extent, he was taught by Randy Rhoads.
Yeah.
And he's kept very strictly to sort of like Randy's style and emulated Randy Rhoads' playing. So because I never played with Randy Rhoads, obviously I never knew him. I was in Uriah Heep in those days, in the early days of the Ozzy band. It was, that's one area I kind of missed out on. I'd love to have played with Randy Rhoads, but never did. But Joe was actually sort of, a big Randy Rhoads fan and really emulated him closely. And he's a great guy. I mean, I wonder, have you spoken to Joe?
Never spoke to Joe in my life, no. Now, you've played with Uriah Heep, with Lee Kerslake and Bob Daisley, from 81 to 84.